Hi, my name is Erica. Call myself Zombie Cakeums. It's actually from Minecraft. My name on Minecraft used to be Zombie Cakes. I don't have it anymore. I can't remember the password, but whatever. And it's just kind of become like when you're a kid, it just kind of becomes something. So anyway, Zombie Cakes, Zombie Cakeums, whatever. Um, I'm 21 years old. I have never recorded myself building before. Well, that's a lie. I recorded a different build and failed miserably at doing it. So this is actually like my third or fourth attempt at recording myself building on The Sims 4 and actually uploading it and editing it. The first build that I wanted to do, I'm still really heartbroken about it, but first build I wanted to do was called the Edison Mansion. It's actually based off of a real life house in a city outside of my hometown, and that's kind of why I wanted to build it. It's like a Victorian country home, and I did build it. I just messed up the recording, and I couldn't edit. I could edit it, but I had ended up recording it with a black. It actually had like black on the sides and the bottom, and it just looked really disgusting. So I tried to redo it, and I messed up elsewhere and forgot to film like half of it. Like I didn't hit record. It is up on the gallery. It's called the Edison build. EIDSON. So it's Edison, but you switch the D and the I. It's on the gallery. It's really pretty. But yeah, I messed up, so I actually attempted to build another one and record it last night, and I went through the entire build, furnishing and all, without recording, and I forgot to hit record. So this is my third attempt at this build, or at a build. I decided that because the other two were so big that I would do something small and simple on this one. So I decided to do a townhome, a small townhome. So yeah, right now what I'm doing is I'm just getting the layout right. The first thing I tend to do in a build is do the layout, and then I add all the windows, add all the doors, and all that kind of as I go. I like to add the windows before I do the layout for the most part, just so I know where all the windows are going to be, so I don't put too many in the bathroom or not enough in the bedroom or whatever. And I can just kind of change the windows around if I have to. Right now, I am fixing. I felt like there wasn't enough room for the stairs, even though there technically was. So I shrunk the bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, not the ensuite, but the other one. And I'm placing all my doors now. I think this is the final layout. I think maybe I shrink the kitchen by like one column. I don't know. And right now, so that there's not just a random floor tile in front of the stairs, I made the stairs a separate room from the rest of the hallway. And I think this is, yeah, I shrink the kitchen right there. Oh, that window needs to be fixed. I think I fixed it. I'm not sure. I can't tell. You'll see if I do or not. I like to utilize bricks in my build. I think they're pretty. It's so pretty. I usually use the one that came with City Living, or I use the other one. It's like where the bricks are really close together. You can't even see like the white part of the brick. You can only see the bricks, and it's the brown color of it. Gosh, it's so dark. I think it's because I'm utilizing darker colors, but yep, just working on the kitchen right now. I don't typically put down the wall colors or anything like that, the wallpaper or the paint, until I've already furnished the room, which is, I don't see a lot of people do that, but I do that because I like to get the feel of the room before I like paint it or put the wallpaper up or whatever when I'm building. just so I can make sure that I encapsulate the whole feeling, and the whole like style, I guess. I probably overthink building in The Sims, but something I like to do, so it's a good way to like get your HGTV out if you don't have a home that you can refurbish in real life, I guess. The whole feeling that I'm going for in this build is kind of a rustic feel. It's a recurring theme in most of my homes. I use those counters a lot, and I use that dining room table a lot. Just because that's the style I like the most. So, yeah, it's a little bit, I don't want to say dungeon-like, but it's a lot darker of a build. So, sorry if you hate it. I don't. I like it. I usually try to make sure there's a lot of lighting in the rooms when I do that. Just so that it doesn't look like a dungeon. Those are actually my favorite couches as well. I don't like the green color, actually. I usually, when I use those couches, I usually use the default color. But not today. I use the green because it kind of complements the browns and stuff that I'll put in later, and kind of complements the rustic theme without being too brown. I really love that rug, but when I sized it up, it didn't fit where I wanted it to be, so I got rid of it. I think I used a round rug or something. So right now, when I choose like a coffee table or a accent table or anything like that, I try to make sure the wood matches any other wood that's in the build. So, for example, that wood is pretty close to the wood that's on the couch, like the frame of the couch. So I used that one, and then I think I used the same thought process when I pick the coffee table, and then also the accent. I do accent tables in those little cubbies in the front of the living area. And then also when I pick the desk and stuff that goes down here. I'm trying to pick a good rug right now. I end up going with that one. And to move it where you want it, you can press the Alt key while you're placing it. So not after you've placed it, but when you are kind of moving the object around, press the Alt key and you'll be able to adjust it like that and get it like all the way in the corner, or get it all the way into the wall or whatever. I know that a lot of YouTubers use it for, I think Deligracy uses it to get rid of bed, like headboards on some of the beds if she's doing like a tiny house build or something like that. I use it to place my lamps and like my plants and stuff like closer to the actual object rather than having it all kind of spaced out, because I don't like how spaced out objects are when you just set them in the spots they're supposed to go into. So right now I'm getting this little study nook together. Usually I like to build like an office, like an entire office, like in a separate room. But I'm not doing that in this build. It's just too small to add another room to it. So I kind of utilize a lot of the empty space for that little office area. That's the main office area. It's got the bookcase and everything like that. I usually like to build the office for skill building and stuff like that, but there's not a lot of skill building objects in this build, so I'm finally starting to place the floors in the downstairs area. I think I do the kitchen next. Yeah, I'm doing the accent tables. Make sure that they match that wood color of the side table there. And they do. I think they're actually part, like, you know how you'll choose like a I think it's the most common one that I see is the mission table and the mission furniture. Like if you actually read the product description, it'll tell you mission, like the name of the object is like mission sofa or something like that. I think those actually are meant to go with the side table. So what I'm doing now is I'm just decorating a little bit of those end tables, or those accent tables, couch tables, sofa tables. I don't know. I think a lot of people call them sofa tables. So. This floor, I ended up changing because it's too dark. My little sister, I actually asked her opinion, see if they were too dark or not. She plays The Sims 2, but not nearly as often as I do. She actually uses my Origin. So yeah. That sunflower trick, I didn't have to do it with the sunflower, so I don't know why I did, but I did it with some of the things on the accent tables. What you do is you just place it on the floor, and then you press the 9 key to lift it up, and you just lift it up. You press 9 until it's the same height as table counter, whatever you're putting it on, in case you were wondering. I think I was getting food. Sorry. What do I do next? Oh, I'm picking the floor for the dining area now. I was going to try to fit another fireplace in the dining area, but I realized I made the dining area a little bit too small for that. I think in the Edison mansion, I do end up putting a fireplace in there. So, I mean, you can look at it. It's on the gallery. If you just look at my username, it's EricaGP1218 is my username on the gallery. You can look at any of the builds, any of the families I've made on there, and you're welcome to download them. I upload them for people to download them, just because I think it's nice. Not a lot of people are talented at create a sim and building, or vice versa. So I know that a lot of people rely on the gallery to get their sims or their houses or whatever. The way that I got into building, I actually never really what's the right tense? I'm going to skip that. I never really did builds for Sims 2 or 3, or even 1, really. I really got into it with The Sims 4, and I think a lot of that has to do with the gallery. I never really used CC content for 2 or 3, so I never really posted it to, like, websites or anything like that. Like, I think the Sim Resource or whatever, that's where I get most of my CC. I think you can post, like, entire houses and builds on there, and I think you could for Sims 2 and 3 as well. But I just never did because I was really terrified of CC content and killing my computer with it, so I never used it until now. Anyway, I think I started building more in The Sims 4 because of the gallery, because you could share your stuff. And I didn't realize you could until like a year ago. I started making my best friend can't build worth anything in The Sims 4, and she asked me to build her a house. And so I did. I built her house. I figured out how to share on the gallery. And I think I was getting it out of the oven at this point, my food. Sorry about the long pause, I guess. But, yeah. Okay. But I built her a house. I built her a house, and then I uploaded it to get the gallery. I think it's called Touchstone Manor. And that's the first thing I actually ever loaded into the gallery. And, so yeah, I got a lot of shares on that, and not shares, you can't share anything, but I got a lot of downloads on it. So I decided that I would start building just for fun instead of for myself. And I started sharing it to the gallery, and I think the second or third build, I did like a Barbie mansion but in inspiration of Deligracy's Barbie Let's Play. I don't actually know why I started watching that, but I did. And I decided to build my own Barbie house, and then I decided to build an anti-Barbie house. So I pretty much built one house, did the whole all pink thing, and it's a huge. It's got like 18 rooms. Not literally 18. It's got like 9. But I built the Barbie house, did the all out with pink, and then I did the same exact house, but I recolored everything to be. I nicknamed it the anti-Barbie house, but it's actually like pretty normal. So I recolored it. I made it in 2 different colors so that people wouldn't have to recolor it if they wanted it for something other than the Barbie LP. Or the Barbie I guess, people. So that was my second build, and I got a ton of downloads on that. And then I stopped I stopped playing altogether for a while, and then kind of rekindled my love for the game. I just work a lot, so I don't get the opportunity to play it as often as I would like. So yeah, but I worked a whole, like, because I work typical 9 to 5 job, so I decided that I would build a little bit each day for the other build that I was going to upload, which I think is actually why it got messed up, is because I forgot I would film it in parts, but I was going to cut it all together. And one part was fine, but the other part was like horrible. So I couldn't actually fix it, which sucks. And I had already saved the game, so I couldn't just go back and just do it again. So I decided to just go ahead and accept my failure, and I uploaded it to the gallery and shared it to the gallery, so if you want it, you can have it. And yeah, once again, it's called the Edison build. This one, I think I'm going to upload it as Newcrest Townhouse. So if you want this as well, feel free to take it. And I would love to see renovations and stuff of it too, because I know a lot of people build different ways, and a lot of people are way better than me. So yeah, I think as you see, I put a computer in this bedroom. I think I put another computer in the hallway, and then a fourth computer in the master bedroom. So this house actually has 4 computers when the max people that can live in it is 3. The reason I do that is because you know how you get the like welcome wagon or whatever, or like a friend in The Sims or whatever calls and comes over or whatever, and you let them come in, and the first thing they do is either grab food or they get on the computer. And so in most of my builds, I utilize the computers. I put a lot in the builds to avoid that. So that even if someone jumps on the computer, you still have 3 others that you can use, because I do a lot of skill building on the computer for the author career track, the critic. You have to write on the critic one, fill out reports if you're doing the business one. You have to do a lot of computer stuff for your job in The Sims, so I think it's really important to have a computer. Also, like, if one breaks down and you end up being poor in the game, you do have other computers that you can use. Because me, when I do gameplay, I don't like to use like the motherload or kaching cheats. I actually usually do money, and I give them less money than they had, just so to make it fun, because it gets boring if you already have everything in the game. The whole point of the game is to work up to the right career to gain the most money and have the nice house. And if you start off great, it's a lot harder, or it's a lot easier, sorry, and a lot less fun. So yeah, this house, I believe, I say that, and then the houses I build are like extravagantly expensive. I usually use the motherload cheat to buy the house, and then I take all the rest of the money away, and then stuff like that. I think that's how the Sim Supply does it when he does like Let's Plays, and I think Deligracy does it too for Let's Plays. I do it in my normal gameplay, just because I lose interest a lot. So like, I tried to do the Generations challenge, and I ended up getting so pissed off and so bored that I deleted the entire family. So it's really hard for me to keep focus. And then also, like, I like to just play as different characters. And when you're playing as the same woman popping out a ton of babies, like, it's not fun. So, I mean, it is. It could be fun, but, like, after a while, I was only playing with myself, or for myself, and it wasn't even something I wanted to be doing at the time, so I just deleted the whole family. I'm just doing the finishing touches on the master bedroom. I probably should utilize curtains in the game, but I don't. So, yeah, it's just something I don't think of whenever I'm building. I usually add curtains later, like in my gameplay, or I don't add them at all, just because, especially with this build, the whole point of the house is the windows, the bay windows in the front, and having like open space because it's such a small build. I think small builds need windows, so. And a lot of the curtains in the game do cover up the windows and keep the light from coming in. This is the guest bathroom, I guess, technically. Downstairs bathroom, whatever you want to call it. It's simple, plain. I don't really do up the bathrooms unless, like in the Barbie house that I built, the bathrooms were the size of, like, that dining room right there. So that's the only time I really do it up, is if I'm trying to build, like, an extravagant home. This one, I just wanted it to look like a normal family home, one that gets lived in, one that is going to get used. So yeah. A lot of, like, with these tapestries, I know that right one isn't the same color as the left one, but it was close enough. I like to have frames that are all the same color in the same room at least, and if one's different, I always put it in the middle. See, I do the white frames in this one just because the trim of the wallpaper is white, and her room has, like, I guess their room, family, that master bedroom has a lot of lighter colors in it, so I wanted to stick with the white. And down here, I wanted to stick with white too, because the architectural paintings above the computer are white framed. And it actually really ticked me off that those family pictures had a brown frame. So, yeah. For this, I think when I moved the house earlier, I accidentally placed the house on the porch, or what was going to be the porch, so I had to rebuild the porch. And then I know with these townhomes, you have like a pretty big stoop and pretty big not staircase, but like the steps up aren't 1 or 2 steps. It's pretty high off the ground, so the foundation is pretty high on this build. Something that I do after I finished filming, I actually put some more windows in the back of the house because I realized I didn't put any windows back there. Like you see, it's pretty bare. And then I think I forgot to put wallpaper or tiles or whatever in the master bathroom. So I went back and I did that as well. I'm finishing up the backyard. With a backyard this small, I typically do a fire pit or something like that. Just make it a good entertaining space. And I love the outdoor retreat for that. I like the fire pits and stuff like that. And then I like, with Get Together, the bigger fire pits. But yeah, I was originally going to line it with chairs, but I thought that was overdoing it. So I think I end up just sticking with 4 or 5. But we're almost done, guys. So yeah. Let me know if you like this build. It was fun. Not too hard, not too easy. I got it done in an hour and 45 minutes. And this is only 4 times sped up. So I was going to do 8, but that was going to be a 10-minute video. And based on my research with Deligracy and Sim Supply, their builds tend to be like 30 minutes. So this one ends up being 25, I think, or something like that, 26. So yeah, if you like it, feel free to download it. My origin ID is Erica, Erika, G as in goat, P as in Paul, 1218. I think that's my Outlook name. Not 100% sure. So if you want to download it, you can just search me there. I'll also put the tag Newcrest and Townhome, so that you, I guess, can find it that way too. But yeah, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it. You can subscribe. I don't know when I'm going to post the next video. I may make it today and post it in a week. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be successful or not. I just hope that I don't get bored of it and that I like to do it. Right now I'm just doing the finishing touches in the kitchen. I I'm looking for things to. I felt like that wall was just too barren, so I'm looking for things to put on the wall. I decided to go with that corkboard and like a calendar, because sorry, I yawned. Because like I wish you could do this, but you can't put anything on the fridge or anything like notes or whatever. That's what me and my husband do. Is we just leave each other notes on the refrigerator or something like that, and you can't really do that in this game unless you have Parenthood the Parenthood pack with the curfew board. But I think the kitchen, like that's where everybody meets in the morning, stuff like that. So I thought I'd put like a cork board in there and a calendar and stuff like that. We're doing screenshots now, so this is the front of the house, and then the back of the house where I added the windows. Living room, that's my test sim. Study nook in the living room, kitchen, dining area, first floor bathroom, white plain. Upstairs study area bookcase, I don't know. Study area, the master bathroom, master bedroom, and then that's the main bathroom and teenager bedroom, and then these are the floor plans. So there's the bottom floor and the top floor. So yeah, I realized that I ended the voiceover when I did, so I figured I'd record an outro ending. I don't know. Feel free to download this build on the gallery. My username is Erica, ERIKAGP1218, on Origin. The build is going to be called Newcrest Townhome. Related content would be base game, city living, probably, get together, and then I sometimes use the glamour stuff pack, not the one with the butler, the other one. I think the one with the butler is like vintage stuff pack, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, feel free to like this video, dislike it, subscribe, don't subscribe, and leave some comments with some feedback. I definitely don't take anything to heart. Say what you feel. I don't really care. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.